All right, welcome in, guys. Today is Sunday. It's about 5 p.m. and we're going to do a range test with the Air 3, and we're going to do it over the water, make it as safe as possible, so there should be no issues. But stay tuned and we'll see what happens. All right, guys, welcome back. Like I said, we're going to do a range test with the Air 3. I'm working on an Air 3 review right now, but today we're going to do a little range test. I haven't done a range test with the Air 3 as of yet, but as you can see, it's going to be over water, and really there's no risk except for losing the drone, so we're going to get to it. I do have some friends out on the boat out there, so I will be in communication with them, so we're going to see what happens. Let's get right to it. We want to get up and get going. I am going to record this flight in 4K, so we're going to make it as realistic as possible and get right to it. All right, so we're going to head southwest in normal mode, and we're going to get right to it. I'm going to keep it about 100 feet off the water and just roll with it. So I've been real iffy about doing range tests, but I feel this is a perfect location for the range test. There's very, very limited risk, so we're going to see what happens. I do have insurance, so I'm covered under liability insurance. But like I said, it's very low risk. So if you do this, I recommend you do this out in the middle of nowhere. Do not do it in the city or over people. Just, use your head, use common sense, and just be safe about it. But yeah, it's the end of the weekend, and I figured I'd come out here and give it a shot. Winds are blowing about 5 miles per hour, so gusting about 5, so we're looking pretty good. Oh, almost tried to set the cruise control. There we go. It looks like we got a little bit of a headwind, so that's a good thing. So it should help us coming back. I'm going to do this range test, and then we're going to chase some boats. All kinds of activity down here today. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's all kinds of stuff going on around here today. Looks like might be some graduation parties. But I got my Air 3, got my Monster, and yeah, we're about a little over a mile out right now. I want to keep my eyes on the screen. Doing about 33 miles an hour, about 90 feet off the water. And we're down about 10% from what we started. We started at 95%, so it's not a true battery life range test. But I think we're going to get some decent results. I've seen some leaks out today about the potential release of the Air 3, or I'm sorry, the Air 4. Lots of birds out here, gotta be careful. But yeah, the Air 4, I'm very curious to see what new features the Air 4 would have compared to the Air 3. I personally think that they're gonna do away with the dual camera setup, but we'll see. I'm already starting to, I'm down to 3 bars now. It's kind of weird because I'm straight out ahead in front of me. Let's see, okay. Yeah, we're straight out the river. We do have a headwind, so I'm probably going to run it to about 50%, because with that headwind, I think we're going to make good time on the way back. I know I probably shouldn't be recording, but I want to make this as realistic as possible. I definitely feel a headwind blowing at me. Gotta be careful out here with all these birds. I love this little park, but there is a shitload of birds. All right, we're at about almost at 14,000 feet. That's over 10, 15, that's almost 3 miles. Almost 3 miles. We're down to about 72%. And I do have Care Refresh, so cross your fingers, I won't need to use it. I've had the Air 3 since release day, so almost a year, and I did get the 2-year Care Refresh, so I'm covered for at least another year and a couple months. Back up to full bars. We're at 68%. We're recording in 4K. 4K 60 frames per second, so it's not this. The Air 3 shoots 4K 100 frames per second in super slow-mo. Okay, it looks like my SD card is full. Oh, I didn't put an SD card in the drone. All right, sorry about that, guys. I forgot to put my SD card in the drone. I do have it with me, so when I come back, I'll put that SD card in. All right, we'll put this down here for now. See if we can increase speed. Oh, not height, I want speed. Hit the wrong stick. And bring it back down to about 100 feet. There we go. About 96 feet off the water. We've been maintaining about 33 miles per hour, so pretty constant. Still got full bars, 21,000 feet. And what's good about this river is it's very narrow out through this channel, so on my way back, if I experience any issues, I will have a place to set it down. All right, so we're at 23,000 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, almost at 5 miles. And it's a pretty constant headwind, so that should benefit me on the return flight. Tell you, it's just a beautiful day out here today. 56, it should give me the return to home warning fairly soon. We're at 25,000 feet. Should get that return to home warning pretty soon. Still got full bars. I really want to get past 30,000 feet, so we're going to see what happens. I'm surprised it hasn't had me return to home yet. I think I'm going to turn it around. There it goes right there. All right, cancel that. I want to get to 30,000 feet and then we'll turn around and come back. All right, 28. We're getting a nice little headwind on us, so come on, buddy. Can we get to 30,000? I really want to get to 30,000. We're at 49% on the battery. It's creeping up slow. All right. I'm going to get to 30,000. I'm going to hit the return to home. 7, 28, 29, 30,000 feet. All right. Let's bring it on back. Turning around. Coming back. Okay, it raised up there. I really should have set my home point before my return to home altitude. I'm sorry. All right, here we go. It didn't want to take off for a minute. All right, I'm down to my 96 feet. Coming on back. Set the cruise control. We got 45% on the battery. And we're trucking back. That's the farthest I've ever gone, 30,000 feet. So let's do a little calculation real quick and see what that is. 30,000, oh, hold on. 30,000 divided by 5,280, that's 5.5 miles. So really the only thing limiting me there was the battery life. I don't know, guys, this is gonna be close. 43%, it's coming back pretty slow. Let me see if I can get down a little more. I think I might put it in the sport mode. Yep, I put it in sport mode. I wanna try to get back as quick as possible. Gonna be close. Whew. I think I might have cut it a little too close. I don't know. I think I might have cut it a little too close. Coming back at steady 46 miles per hour. We're at 39% on the battery. All right, let's see. Should I put it back in the normal mode? That battery's coming down very quickly, so I'm gonna put it back in the normal mode and kind of conserve power a little bit. It did stop recording on the 4K, so that should help a little bit. We've come back. We turned around at 48% or 49%, and we've come back 10,000 feet. So about 10%, about 10,000 feet per 10% of battery. So so 25, 30. So we should get back. Judging by the my calculations, we should get back. Let's pull the map up, make sure we're coming back in a straight line. Looks pretty good. All right, 34% on the battery. We're at 18,000 feet. Tell you guys, it is a beautiful day out here today. It is about sunny, about 75 degrees. Couldn't ask for a better day for this. And on the water, the winds blow pretty much every day, so it's kind of difficult to find a day that's perfectly calm. All right, we're at about 16,000 feet. The battery life is coming down a lot slower in normal mode, so I think we're going to be okay. I don't know. It's going to be close. We're still about halfway back, and we've burned about, let's see, 30, 39, 38, 37, 36, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3. So about 18% of battery since we turned around. And I tell you guys, I don't recommend you do a range test, but if you do it in a very safe location, such as over the water, like I'm doing, that has little boat traffic, and just use common sense and just be safe about it. DJI drones are very safe to begin with, but you never know. You never know what can happen, and when you run these things down real low on the battery power, they tend to take on a mind of their own. All right, guys, so it's coming back. We got about 12,000 feet to go. I don't think you can see it on this, but we're trucking along. Tell you, beautiful day out here today. We're down to about 28%. I think we're going to be good. I think we actually could have went a little farther. But it's better to be safe. I do have Care Refresh, but I still don't want to lose this thing. I don't know. It's going to be close, 26%. I know this thing gets around 10%. It wants to start landing, so we'll see what happens. I know some people are probably going to give me some shit, lack of a better term, about this, but like I said, if you want to do this, do it in a very safe location, like over water or out in the desert, somewhere where there's not a lot of boat traffic or people traffic, and be mindful of the airspace you're flying in. You don't want to do this near airports or anywhere that might have incoming aircraft. But yeah, just use your head and be safe. I really wish that recording would have held up, but I should have seen the slash in the card at the bottom of the screen. All right, we're at about 6,000 feet and counting down, and not quite the exact path, but we're doing pretty good. It's gonna be close. Tell you, we didn't have that headwind. If it was a tailwind going out, might not have made it back. I think we're going to get back with about 15%, so we could have went a little farther, but it's better to have a little cushion. And I can now see the drone. We're at 20%, about 3,500 feet out. Tell you guys, this Air 3, man, it is a pretty amazing drone. I was come within a hair of getting the Mavic 3 Pro, and I seen the leaks for this Air 3, and I tell you, I'm glad I got it, because I probably wouldn't be doing this with a $2,000, $2,500 drone. So all right, here we go. We're going to get back with, I'm going to turn the cruise control off and bring it in. I tell you guys, I had a little incident with my Air 2 when trying to hand catch, and I did cut one of my fingers open, so I'm really iffy about hand catching. So I don't know, should I try it? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do it. Call me a sissy. I don't know, I'm weird about hand catching. Let's bring it over here to this. All right, guys, so there it was, 30,000 feet with the Air 3. It did pretty good. Got back with about 18% on the battery. And yeah, I could have went a little farther, but I only had 95% to start with, so I didn't want to push it. And I did have a tailwind coming back, but yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.